We are here staying connected with my brother Hosea. Did I say it right?
That's right. You said it correctly.
My-
You pronounced it wrong.
My brother, but I study my truth and I study you. You know what I'm saying? And appreciate you, my man, for taking the time to sit down and politic with me again. But I want to talk about what we was talking about prior to, and that was that root. The root. What that childhood look like for you, man? You have both your parents?
Yeah, partially. Like most black families, everybody went through their struggles.
Mm-hmm.
As a kid watching that, hey, that helped you to decide on what type of person you wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the man that I am today because of that woman in there.
Right, because your mom?
Yeah, you better believe it. Hey, listen here.
Did you have any brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I got brothers and sisters,
Yeah.
man. I got one in there with nieces and nephews. I got other brothers and sisters. I got a lot of them, man. That's my little nephew right there. That's my little
How you doing? Good to see you. I'm doing great. I'm Brother Dez.
Brother Darius, how you doing? I'm Jose's mother.
Yeah, that's my mama right here, boy.
Hi, Mama.
This is my pearl right here.
How you doing, sister? I got the camera rolling. I don't know if you want to be on camera. She said, no, I'm out of here on that one. Listen, Mama, I appreciate you.
Oh, I appreciate
And
you.
I appreciate-
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah, for being everything that you are as a sister. I appreciate you.
Man, y'all
You hear
know
me?
my mom more than
Thank you.
I get teary out every time I talk about my mom because I love my mom, man. Because,
Yeah.
hold on.
Take your time, brother. Take your time,
My
man.
mom been through some things, man. Me being a kid, man,
Speak up for me a little bit.
me being a kid, I felt a lot of shit, man. I seen a lot of shit. Y'all gonna have to excuse me, man, if I use a little profanity, man.
Go ahead. Be yourself,
That's
my
what
brother.
That's how I talk, man. I ain't
Be
trying to do
yourself. You
nothing
just did
else
over
but-
30 years in prison,
Yeah,
man.
but, I know I try to be respectful to everybody, including the elders out there, But sometimes when I get talking about certain things, man, use words, that some people may find offensive, but I don't mean no harm.
Yeah.
It's just how it is.
You're talking about your mom. She was your kickstand.
Yeah, my mom's bad. Listen, I said I'm gonna go through so much,
Was she the only person with you through all that?
man. Yes, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of it I went through by myself, because as a man, you don't be wanting to drag them into that,
Yeah.
because it's already hard enough, and it's hard for me when I'm sitting in there away from that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Just that little bit of time.
yeah,
Just out here.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it, my brother.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I be like, man, my biggest thing, man, was to make sure I got on her. See, 'cause that's my rock right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, a lot of dudes be like, man, who your hero, who your idol? And that woman right there.
Mama.
You know what I'm saying? Mama.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed to have my mama. My mama look good at 66.
She does, man.
You know what I'm saying?
She does.
She got a 53, a 52, a 50, and a goddamn at 30, 34.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? My mama look good, man.
She does, man. She don't get it. You said something to me, man, when we met that touched me, man. It's still, I think about it every day, bro. And when you said that I was able to come home and see everybody.
Man, listen. Hey, listen.
I mean, brothers don't get that, my man.
Listen, who you tell it? That's why I always give a shout out to them brothers in there. 'Cause I know a lot of them don't get to experience this. They love me so much, what I'm saying? They're like, man, make sure you love your family when you go home. That's always been my biggest dream, is to love my family. Because in there, them guys your family too.
Yeah.
So now it's like you in a crossroads.
Yeah.
This one here's the one that gave me birth. This is my life.
She laid that egg, man. That's the bird.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not Pearl, she created. Because she, just like a clam embraces that Pearl, man, that's what she did to her 4 kids, man.
And you escaped a lot. You know that?
Man, listen.
You escaped a lot, man.
I
He
escaped a
preserved
lot.
you.
Because, because you got to understand, I was so bitter when I first got locked up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was blaming everybody for my situation. I was
Yeah. How we get there, Hosea?
young, man. You know what I'm saying? And, I was a rambunctious little motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
why I asked you about that childhood, man.
Yeah,
And
I was out there in the streets, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to listen to nobody. I thought I was Mr. Big Man. I knew everything, you know what I'm saying, whatnot, and you know what I'm saying?
where you feel like, I know for me, I remember exactly when my left turn came out. Remember when the hell I got off that porch and I fucked up for the first time. I liked it. Where that left turn come for you for the very first time? Now, not just your crime. I'm talking about for you mentally, your mentality that built that muscle to start doing rambunctious things. You follow what I'm saying? What jumped you off the porch?
I guess it's when I went back to Atlanta.
How old was you?
Well, I think I was like 12.
Okay.
I was
Young.
about 12 years old. Cause we moved up here when I was young, but that's where I'm at. That's where we're at,
What's that say?
Atlanta, the ATL.
ATL. Okay, I see it.
I rep y'all.
I see it.
You know what
Hawk
I'm
fan.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? It was down there, man. You know, I went down there with my dad, man. You know, my dad wasn't the greatest man, but that was my dad. You know what I'm saying?
So what was the difference between being in Ohio versus Atlanta with Pops? Because you was from mom to dad now.
Because mine
that was your left turn.
Because mine gave me more structure.
Okay.
Now, mine didn't give me a lot of leeway to do a lot of things.
Pops let you be a young man.
Yeah, Pops let me be me. So Pops feel like, you know what I'm saying, a boy should be a man flat out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He just nothing.
Ain't gonna be nothing soft about you.
Ain't nothing soft about you. Ain't nothing soft about either one of us to this day.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? None of us boys. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? Hey. Man, that was my turn though, because you know I got into a situation defending one of my cousins, man, and I got kicked out of school, man. They had a warrant for me and all that type shit.
As a young brother.
Yeah.
Did you make it?
I was defending one of my female cousins. Now let's get that straight. A lot of motherfuckers don't know, you know, they just think like, you know, say I was already kicked out of school though. I was an asshole.
What grade was you in? That was high school.
Yeah,
that was high school.
Yeah, I was in 9th grade. You know, I was an asshole. You know what I'm saying? I was, you know.
Was that it? Was that all you gave him was the 9th grade? Stop school right there.
That's where like everything just went left for me. Then I came, you know what I'm saying, ended up doing that. You know what I'm saying, defending my cousin, of course, got in 12th grade. You know, put your head on my little 9th grade cousin, and she's a female. What's wrong with you?
Right. Oh, a guy did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you know, you know, everybody know me, I'm a fighter. I fight. God damn it, I know how to do it too. You know what I'm saying? So you can imagine when I was younger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was a motherfucker. But, you know what I'm saying? I got to fight with dudes, you know, they called the police, they put a warrant out for my daddy said, fuck that. He said, you take your ass back to Ohio because I had already started getting into the streets, selling drugs, running with gangs. You know, I started doing a lot of shit.
So you didn't stay down in Atlanta long?
Oh, man, no, not that shit, but you know, that's where I'm from.
What was your pops up to? What was he doing when you was there? What kind of what kind of example was he giving you? Was he partying? Was he kicking it?
I don't say what they about my dad, but you know, he drank a lot. That's my dad's only downfall in life. Good man, though.
Yeah.
Without that, but that's most people, and I understand that. So I don't knock it. You know what I'm saying? But it makes a person step outside their normal character. Because some people can't handle it because it handles them.
Yeah.
You know, so me being down there, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I got a lot of leeway.
Yeah. Was it poverty for you though? I mean, was he broke?
No.
Everything was good.
Man,
He just let you do what you need to do.
He just let me do it.
So you didn't get caught up in not having it. You got caught up in what's next to do.
Man,
Same thing most of us got caught up in. What's next to do?
What's next to do, but you know, with me it was like, you know, I like had a little flash. You know, I was like one of them little motherfuckers. They, you know, like women like me, dudes like being right me. I'm a fighter. I don't give a fuck. You know, I'm a young boy, but this is how I do it. I'd have been jumped. I'd have been through it all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, you know, like when I came back up to Ohio, you know what I'm saying? Like it was me and my sisters, because you know my brother, he had his situations and whatnot.
Right.
You know, so it was me and my sister. So a lot of times when I got into shit, it was me. I was getting jumped over by, you know what I'm saying? I was getting jumped, by motherfuckers.
So you was the initiator.
No, I wasn't the initiator, because some of the motherfuckers I don't even know.
All right, you just make sure you defended yourself.
So when I'm walking down the street or whatnot, these motherfuckers been locked up, come home like, hey man, you look like...
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? We first came up to Ohio, man, these dudes that fuck with me and my brother, man, they used to throw us in the motherfuckers. They used to throw us off from Merlin Pond.
What?
I mean,
Merlin swimming pool.
No, not Merlin.
Blackburn?
No, Crump Park.
Crum Park.
They
Okay.
used to throw us in that motherfucking tub us all the time. 'Cause, you know, we some country bunking motherfuckers as far as they concerned. We talk
Right.
different, we dress different, you know what I'm saying? All that little shit, you know. Remember, brother, the Happy These, man, listen. The respect that me and my brother got, we garnered, man, we did that, man, because we stood 10 toes down our whole lives.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We had to. It did, you know, it was me or my little sister. Right, one right up underneath me. One boy, I tell you, boy, she's a total pole, boy. She's a
Your
bold
sister?
cat.
Yeah.
Man.
She got kids? How old are they?
Yeah, they old, man. They all what? One is 34, one is 20, grade third 24 now.
Yeah.
One is
You missed their whole life.
Yeah, man, I miss all.
But-
Man, listen.
But they're
I'm
here.
home to great nieces and nephews now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Don't you love that one part though? I'm home.
I'm home, man.
That part there
listen,
beautiful, ain't
hey,
it?
man, people don't even know, man. Like, sitting in there, man, you got so many thoughts going through your mind. Am I gonna make it, you know? My whole life, man, when I was locked up, I always told my mom to promise me one thing. I don't give, she never do nothing else in my life. Don't let me be buried inside.
Yeah.
Don't let me be buried inside that motherfucker right there. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes I be thinking about this shit, man, because listen.
You know she meant it.
Uh-huh.
You know she meant that.
I know she meant it because I wasn't going to never let it go because every time I talk to her, I always tell her that.
Yeah.
I always tell her that. Make sure they don't never bury me here because, you know what I'm saying, like I was young when I went in that motherfucker, man. I was, when I tell you I was a motherfucker. I was catching cases inside while locked up in there.
While locked up. Let me ask you, speak up a little bit. Did you go by yourself? You have a co-defendant?
Yeah, I had one.
Yeah.
Maggot. You know what
That
I'm
turned out
saying?
ugly for you.
Man, it was because of the motherfucker that the shit even happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what? I still look at you like a winner.
I know I'm a winner, regardless of everything
You
that
got a
I've been
story.
through. Guess what? I'm sitting right here, free conscience of anything negative in my past, and I can talk about it. Because once you start talking about it, you start reliving the same thing that you once did. Because you start to gravitate.
Yeah.
Because you lose focus then. Because you're pulling back in the same energy that you was trying to get rid of, man.
But it feels good getting it out, though.
Man, listen, it feels good when you're able to strip all that down and toss it to the back of you.
Love it.
And leave it there.
Yeah.
You
Is
know
that
what
brother
I'm saying?
still there?
Excuse me?
Is that brother still there?
Man, that motherfucker ain't never did a day. I did that time by myself.
Really? So he walked away from this, man.
Man, listen, Scott
So-
free not one day. I did mine by myself and see what people don't know is I could have got on the stand and pointed the finger.
Yeah. But you
And it
still-
would have been his word against mine. I could have had the both of us sitting in there. But I'm like, man, you know, I'm from the streets.
Still 10 toes down.
Man, I did mine
Yeah.
because, you know, I literally did it. I did the action. So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
You owned
I'm
up
going
to
to take
it.
mine. It's mine. Ain't no sense of both of us got them stepping off of it, even though I know he wore a wire on me and everything.
Okay. So he all the way crossed you over.
All the way.
So let me ask you if you thought about once you get out here, if you see this brother, how you may react or feel, or
Man, tell you a story, man. See, when I tell you I got angels walking with me, man, I've been having God on my side, man, this whole time. You know what I'm saying? Me and him crossed paths. And I had every intention on getting him at that time.
since you've been home
No. I was locked up
in the system.
in the system.
Okay.
We crossed paths.
This the beginning of your time?
No, this is when I was like, what, I think like 23 years in.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that wasn't that long. It was about 15, 16 years, yeah. Maybe a little more. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? He came down there. I tried everything in my power to get him. I was gonna get him out and get him down there, sit here in front, but you know, my mindset at that time wasn't all the way right because I was still harboring a little bit of bitterness about the whole situation. You know, so, you know.
So what changed your mind, man? Besides the fact that you know you coming home.
No, No. I'm gonna tell you what changed my mind. Is each time I try to get him, something always intervened.
Like what?
Guard would come and tell me, hey, they want you in the dentist office. Or hey, they looking for you over here. Or hey, they looking for you over here. So when I have one of my guys try to get him out, when I have one of my guys get him outside for me, then it's like, you know what I'm saying, like, hey, they want you over here. You know what I'm saying?
Something
I got
always
to do it
diverts you
because
from that.
when I do it,
Yeah.
once I do what I do, I don't care at that point. But I want to be able to at least get it. You know what I'm saying? That was my thought at the time. So I went to the cell. And I was selling with my little cousin. You know what I'm saying? He's still in there. Man, may he come home soon. Please, I'm begging y'all. Let him come. 'Cause he's a good brother, man.
What's his name?
His name Tom Hughes, man.
Yeah.
That's my black motherfucker. When I see that,
Let's
he know
big
I
up to
love
Tom.
it. Yeah, Tom
Big up to
Hughes,
Tom.
y'all. Good man, good brother, man. You know, 'cause
Some
me and
brothers
him-
ain't the same guys that
They're
when
not.
they went in there.
Man, let me
And I
tell you
witnessed
something.
that.
Man, let me tell you something. Me and that guy right there, we on different cases, but we started this day one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, walking out of there, leaving him behind.
Like
Man.
leaving your brother, man.
Man, what?
And that was another thing that I wanted to know, and a few other people did as well. Because, I know the system on both sides of the game. But during the times you did, you left a lot, just like you came back out and gained a lot. You got a chance to see everybody alive and spend time with great nieces and nephews. And everybody's still here kicking, doing their thing, and happy to see you. But there was a day-to-day with Hosea. Outside of count time, outside of tattoo checks, outside of child, outside of store day, outside of rec, outside of shutting the yard down, outside of all those things, there was brothers who rode that with you. Some came and gone while you was there. How you feel about the things that you left? Because that was your life over 30 years.
Well, listen, I'm going to tell you, I don't miss nothing about that slave ship.
Yeah.
See, I had to realize I was living inside of a slave ship without realizing I was inside of a slave ship. But if anybody in the world want to look at it, what a penitentiary looks like, chop the top off of it and look at it.
Yeah.
And tell me how it's designed.
Hmm.
The only difference is we ain't got the shackles running through our legs and whatnot.
Hmm.
You understand? Because we slaves, you understand?
That's right.
And we cattle.
A bunch of bunks in a warehouse.
You
That's
better-
all it is.
You better say it, because listen here, at the end of the day, people don't understand. Just like a rancher brands his cattle when he come through there with that number so people could identify who he is.
Yeah.
That number that you wear on your chest and on that badge that they give you in there.
That's your name.
That is your branding to let you know you belong to the state. You ain't shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
In those conditions.
And just like that, them guards, them dogs that keep you in line when you get out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? Attack you, poke you with that brand, with that poker they carry on their hip.
Yeah.
Well,
Only
that
thing you get to
taste-
touch from the outside world is things out of a closed box.
Man,
They'll let you out. Well, some of the visitors now, they got to cross the table up, but they stopped that for a while.
yeah, they started, but I can't even say nothing about that because you know, dudes just do dumb shit.
You're right.
Dudes
Brothers
cause
inside.
that. Dude, a lot of that when this shit like that, it's because the dudes that did some bullshit. Now everybody else got to suffer the consequences behind one motherfucker's actions. You know what I'm saying? It is it's really capital punishment in there all day, every day.
But it's always guys fucking shit up. Man.
That's
Either
the
bringing us to going through some shit through the
yeah.
visiting or some kind of way, the drone, anything. They just
Yeah, but
I
you
get
know
what you're saying.